And welcome back, underwater rugby fans around the world. Exciting match coming up here, Molde versus Tudserne. And as you can see, Molde doesn't have a full team, and it's going to be tough for them, but exciting nonetheless. And I would like to introduce to you, playing for Molde in blue, wearing number 4, Evan Bjornarem. Number 8, Oyvind Nyhus. Number 11, Jon Reidar Hegdal. Number 13, Geir Magdestrand. Number 14, Håkan Voldehog. Number 15, Marius Skåre. Number 24, Herman Uland Hansen. Number 29, Christian Schaefer. And number 77, Matthias Barsten. And standing up, but not going to participate because of injury, Noel Nordahl. A big hand for him, please. On the other side of the pool, wearing white from Copenhagen, from Denmark, Tudserne's lineup begins with number 2, Lars Wikström Greve. Number 3, Jonas Agerskov Hoff. Number 5, Martin Rönn. Number 6, Mikkel Madsen. Number 7, Andreas Wieland. Number 8, Bonjak Pedersen. Number 9, Jakob Nedergaard. Number 10, Henrik Baby Nielsen. Number 11, Anders Hartmann. Number 13, Sven Erik Andersen. Number 14, Mats Jakobsen. Number 15, Jonas Funch. And in reserve, Tudserne have number 4, Bjorn Andersen, and number 12, Søren Julebrun. The referees this match are on deck Marcus Heckrath, and in the water Rafael Tito de Morris and Heinz Fuberth. The scorekeeper, Natalia Boyko.
have a snorkel with you? Okay.
So, ihr seid hier fertig, ne? Startklar.
And we have Davroltian here. You are tuned into the Underwater Rugby channel. We're broadcasting live from Krefeld, Germany. And the next match coming up here will be between Molde and Tudserne. And I'm very happy to introduce to you Valentin Dressely, who is one of the world's top goalkeepers, and he plays with Ege. And your home club in Germany is
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart. So we have a chance to learn from him. First of all, about this match, it's a very unusual situation because we have this word decimated in English, which means that you lose 1 out of every 10. And they have lost more than 1 out of every 10 here. Molde's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. So how big of a disadvantage is that at this level to be missing 3 players from?
Like depending on the quality of the players you're missing, it's a very big disadvantage, of course. And I think Molde is lacking some of the best players. And well, we have seen in the previous games that they cannot keep their level of playing. And I think they have a 1 draw now, and the other game they lost against
Beta.
Yeah.
Attack against the head.
So, and Tudserne is really strong here now. They won their 2 games now, and I think they have a good chance of winning against Molde again.
Yes. In fact, Tudserne is turning out to be one of the teams to beat in the league.
Yeah.
So, what would you do if you were to coach now? What has Oyvind Nyhus told his team to do with 9 players? They have speed. They could score on fast breaks if Tudserne was careless, but they will burn out if they swim too hard, too much.
Well, it's a very big pool. I would assume that Molde will try to make the old Norwegian tactic and get to the closed corner and keep the ball there to bring all the attackers to the goal and then start a heavy attack. That's what I would assume.
To rest. They would rest by the wall?
Yeah. So that's what the Norwegian players used to do for a long time, and I think they will try to do this too.
In fact, this pool very much encourages the teams to go to the corner and rest before they make the attack, because they can exchange players on offense during that period of time. But then we also saw Jens Dinkel score very quickly. So
well, he's a fast player. Yeah. That was a nice goal.
Yeah. And it's a very good experience, I think, for these younger players from Norway, that they are in a bad situation and suddenly they cannot look to their heroes, the people who they have always depended upon. Those guys are unable to play, and it depends on them. So this is a process of maturation, of growth for the player.
Yeah. Well, and it's good for the Euroleague as well, since now it's very open. The results are very open now. We have a lot of equally strong teams, and that makes it much more interesting for people to watch.
Absolutely. And some people complain about the size of the pool, but I must say that I enjoy seeing things develop a little bit slower sometimes, because if it's very tight in by the goal, you can't always see what's happening. It's very confusing around the goal.
Oh, we have a first goal
already.
here.
Goal wide, number. Which number is he? Assist number 2. Goal number 3.
Okay, so that was Jonas Hoff scoring, and on an assist by Lars Greve. The goalie was not a big guy, so they managed to.
Yeah, that was a very nice goal. Very straightforward. Yeah, I think we can already see the direction the game will go.
Yes.
It's
difficult situation for Molde to defend over and over and over again.
yeah, he's alone on the basket.
Oyvind Nyhus gets the ball, passes it out. Egdal wrestling, not giving up the ball. They have experience that they on their side, but they will tire.
Yeah, we can already see the difference to last year, when Molde was always have the very fast guys
Yes.
going on the bottom, and now they couldn't even manage to get on the other half. So that's a change to what we've seen last year.
But if you were defending with only 9 players total, leaving the basket at high speed is difficult. You're tired, you've been defending. Now they're setting up Tudserne on the side, as you said that they would probably do both. Well, you said Molde would do it, but we know all these teams are going to the side away from the exchange bench so that they don't get ambushed. But Molde has the ball, and they've gotten to mid-pool, and now he chucks it down.
Yeah, that's a very typical way that Molde used to play.
Yes.
But now they are lacking the fast player
To
going
get there,
down
yes.
to get there.
Do you think Oyvind Nyhus told them do it anyway? Just throw it far ahead and.
Well, I think it's hard to get rid of this habit because they have played it for many years like this.
And they're good at it, yeah.
They are very good at it usually.
But if they lie on the surface and wrestle for the ball, they will also be very tired. So that's not a good strategy either.
No, you cannot stop playing. Of course,
No.
You need to move.
Tudserne coming in from above. Oh,
Very close again now.
yes. And now the goalie shifted around there. What do you think of the technique? That was.
Well, he needed to twist to have the head on the side of the ball.
Yes.
It's now like he is doing too. But when they're so close, it's always a risky thing to do because you're losing your stability on the basket a bit.
Yes.
When he's clever or when he's too close and he has the arm around you, for example, then
You don't want to twist.
no,
No.
you rather stick to the side, even though he might attack on your backside.
You need to kick with all your force to stay on the basket at that point.
Yeah.
Yes. You've trained a lot of goalkeepers in your time
Throw
coaching.
blue, strangling.
How long does it take to learn this position?
Well, it's depending on your personal skills, I would say.
Of course.
So it's not. Well, some people are born to stay there, and some will never
Never
even
get
try to do it. Well, just to have a safe position on the basket is, I think it's not too difficult. It's but then to also have your position in the rest of the game, and have the safe position on the basket, that's more tricky than to learn.
Yes. to be an effective, it's out of bounds here.
Free
So
throw right, ball out of
Tudserne
area.
will have the ball. But actually, maybe not so bad for Molde to have a free throw against them because it gives them a chance to breathe a little bit.
Well, hopefully it's not. They have just started the game,
That's true.
so hopefully it's not.
So
They're not
tired.
exhausted yet.
But if you're stressed because you don't have normal conditions, you will get tired quicker.
Yeah. So now this was not a very good free throw of Tudserne,
Stolen by.
and maybe they will manage to. No, they lost it again.
Barsten. Wieland, he's one of the very difficult players. What advice do you have for goalies to deal with a guy so big as Wieland?
Yeah, I don't know if he was the one scoring against Marsh.
Yes.
The one. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
It's the guys with the very long arms. You need to, because they can score even though they are quite far away, and it seems safe for the goalkeeper. You just need to get rid of his arm. You will never
Don't let
allow him to grab you, whatever. And that's possible usually, to get the arm away.
If you feel the arm, the hand on your shoulder, then
No, then it's too late already.
it's too late already. All right. Well, it's one thing to know what to do. It's another. He's really there. Yeah.
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 Okay, now we have a free throw for Molde. Maybe they can do it better this time.
I think it's also important to note that inside of Molde they have a great team spirit. That you know that Oyvind Nyhus, who has been coaching them,
Free
they
throw
have.
right, rough play.
So the ball's turned over here. Back to Tudserne. That you know that he's you can't ask for a better coach in a situation like this, and he's with you, playing. So the team will not disintegrate, I don't think.
No, I think they will have maybe the next time when they come they will have or I'm
A
sure
strong
they
team,
will
yeah.
have a very much stronger team. No, Oyvind Nyhus is a very experienced player and trainer, and
They lock up Tudserne, take it to the surface. Valderhaug.
okay,
Oh,
stolen.
stolen by Nyhus.
Now there's some space there. No one down again. Oh, there he is.
Oh, they've got a good, some sort of a chance here, but it's disappearing. They lost the ball, but that was oh,
Very good.
they steal it back.
That was one of the Molde attacks that we've seen here now.
It was a typical Molde attack, also. Yeah.
Like a classic one they used to do.
Spinning round. Now, Matthias Barsten was by the goal there, the Molde player. He went straight up. Should he have come out at an angle?
Well, it's depending on the tactic that you play. If you rely on your team colleagues that they will get the ball, you can stay there.
Right, number 5.
Most of the teams they go rather more back
Free throw
to have
blue.
a better position.
Come back in again.
Yeah. And also, if
Time
for
out,
to stop a
white.
counter attack, then you're in a much better position and you don't have to follow a fast swimmer. Okay, now we got 2 minutes suspension for number. What is it?
Number
5?
5?
Yeah,
Yes.
number 5.
And that is
Weiß.
Martin Rönn.
Okay, maybe now they have taken a timeout now.
Well, this is good for Molde, a power play, and they have a chance to come up with a set play from a power play would be close to the goal, I think. Not at half
Yeah.
mid-pool, but close.
Iris.
And
Robert.
what's
Robert.
your experience now that you're
Robert, wie sieht das Timeout aus? Hat irgendjemand das Timeout genommen?
one of two German players playing with the Turkish club, Egir, and there must be a lot of curiosity about your experience. Do you go to Izmir to train with them sometimes, or?
Well, it's a little bit too far to go for the training there.
I mean, once a season or something.
Well, up to now I haven't
No.
managed to.
No.
No, but I would love to. They do a lot of
Please get
training.
ready,
They are
please.
very fit, and they are lacking. I mean, they have a very strong team, and they are lacking a little bit of experience.
Yes.
That's. But it would be great to go and train with them for some times.
Perhaps you go early to the last round of the Euroleague, which takes place in Izmir.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see. Okay, now we have here in the corner, like the very typical. That's what we've expected them to do.
Sometimes they call it the bicycle if they're trying to kill time, but
Now that was really bad.
no. They need to get the ball back, and they don't have any forecheckers there. They're just going straight back in defense.
Well, it doesn't look like Tudserne is playing with 5 players here. It looks like equal, but they are doing very good. But Molde, we would expect Molde to try to get the ball back harder than they do now. It's a good opportunity with a
They need
power play.
They need to go with 2 players if they want to get the ball away from one of these big guys. They need to have one on each arm.
Yeah.
I mean, this is very clear when you see the Colombian style of playing that they go one for the arm to immobilize the other player, and then the other strips the ball away. It works. But there's a risk that you overplay.
There is a risk, and for example, the Russian players, they are just waiting for this. Okay, now we have a attack.
Too many people go to try to strip the ball away.
Yeah.
Now, they get over, but Wieland's, that's the end of the power play now. Wieland's run is back in the game. Well, the pass got kicked, and somehow Molde managed to keep it. Well, if you see also as a goalie certain patterns of attack, for example, Beta, they love to pass behind the back as they come into the goal.
Yeah.
You know, one player's coming in at
Welche
an
Farbe?
angle,
Which
and then
color?
they pass behind the back
Blue
to
number 13.
a player
2
on their
minutes
left side.
for kicking.
And as a goalie,
Free
you can
throw,
see this,
white.
or you just know it's going to happen.
Well, you know that it's going to happen, but if
Timeout, blue.
they park a player there on your
Noch
backside,
nicht mit.
there's almost nothing you can do about it, because you need to be the one that is stopping the attack that's coming first,
Achso,
and then it's the duty of the defender and the attackers to prevent the pass there. So as a goalkeeper, there's almost no chance to prevent that. When he gets the ball, he will try to score, of course.
Yes.
Then he's too close for the goalkeeper to turn. It's the same problem as we talked before. Now we have a timeout. I think Molde took the timeout, and they have one player now on the suspension. So now it's for Tudserne to have a power play.
Who's been sent out now? Can we see? If we look at the numbers of the players here, we can figure it out by process of elimination. So I think I saw 77 was there. Oyvind Nyhus is still in the game.
Teams get ready.
I apologize, we were not paying attention to the flow of the game, and we don't know who has been sent into the penalty box. So maybe you at home you're saying who it was, and you're saying it's obvious. So there we could see that player getting a scolding from the, or not a scolding, he's telling him how long he has to wait before he can go into the game again. And Tudserne comes in and snatched away by Marius Skåre. He's a very experienced player. Driven out of bounds. So free
Ball
throw
out of area.
in favor of Tudserne.
Free throw wide.
13. So who is that? Yes, it's over here.
Yeah.
Guy Magnus down, yeah. He's a passionate player, so. Tudserne coming in along the bottom, trying to move the back out of the way. He's got a teammate on the right side, but he elects to go back into the center, and they lose the ball briefly, but get it back again. Now coming in, there's no back there. So, back number, Christian Schaefer managed to get his hand on the ball briefly.
No, this
but
is getting very close now.
yes, he's trying to plant his, they escaped that danger, but it's not over. They have to clear the zone. A huge scrum on the surface. This can't be good for Molde, or to have so many players involved in this tiring scrum.
Well, I cannot see how many there are now. I see the 2. Might be okay for the defense if these are the attackers. They could just rest a bit.
Free throw
Okay,
blue.
now we have a...
It killed off some time. Håkan Valdehag was there along with Christian Schaefer.
Standing on the edge.
Okay, we have approximately 1 minute left in the game. And a free throw for Molde.
They could have called Christian Schaefer for putting his hand on the ground outside of the pool and bracing himself. You can't do that either. I don't think that's the same as standing on the ledge. But the referees don't see everything.
No,
Out of
this-
bounds.
Ach so, ist noch gar nicht. Oh, so free throw wide. Not halftime. Sorry, it's not halftime. Free throw wide.
Some confusion
not
here from the
half-time.
referee.
Not. It's 1 more minute. Sorry, I thought it was halftime. 1 more minute. Yes,
Marcus
it's
Heckrath.
free throw wide.
A free throw for Tudserne. There's some confusion
You
here.
have no more timeouts. 6 guys are in the water. Sorry? No, it was fourth score for me. It's 1 more minute.
So some confusion here, but there's nothing to discuss really here. The game's going to continue now for 1 minute before halftime, and Tudserne has put the ball into play, swimming on the surface there. Number 15, that's Jonas Funk.
There's still a little bit of power play left, but it's running out now. The time is
Yes.
running out.
The power play will end shortly.
It is
Yes,
now.
it's over.
So they will
Well-
try to get the ball and keep it for the rest of the time. Molde, if they
Well,
are able to win the ball, of course. But
there's some danger here with 10 seconds left.
Still very dangerous situation, yeah. A lot of confusion down there. Okay.
Now they've got the ball.
Yeah, very good.
That's
it. Yeah.
So we enter halftime here, and we'll have the highlights soon for you. And I try to imagine what kind of questions people might have for our guest commentator, Valentin Dresseli, who plays for EG, but is from Stuttgart, Germany, and is underwater rugby big in Stuttgart? It's a famous city for the whole world because of Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
So
well, there's a long tradition in having underwater rugby there, and right at the moment we're having a lot of players. We're having some university teams there, so they make a university training with a lot of people, and then also training for the first and for the second teams. So there are quite a lot of players, and it's now for a long time. Yeah.
It's going well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And no sponsorship from Mercedes-Benz. No.
No, not up to now.
Oh, right.
I don't know that. Haven't heard that there are any attempts to get some.
No. Davril Tien here, and you are tuned into the Underwater Rugby channel, broadcasting live from Krefeld, Germany. We're watching the match Molde Tudserne, and I'm joined here by Valentin Dresseli. He's an expert commentator who plays goalie, and a few seconds here before the start of the second half. And there's a lead. Who's winning here? It's 1-0.
It's 1-0 for Tudserne, and they are the one controlling the game very clearly. I think they had a lot of other good chances to score, and I think up to now we have seen one attack from Molde that was a little bit dangerous, but that was the only situation.
The only
we've seen
situation.
there. And
Teams get ready.
it will not get easier for Molde in the second half now.
No, and energy will decline. Nuhus is a very fast swimmer, and he didn't get there first. And just to remind viewers who Molde is missing, they are missing Boarding Pettersson, Iver Bjørnarem, Jasmin Devisevic, and Jürgen. The top scorer from before. He's been ill for some time. Jürgen. What's his name? Well, there's 4 players, and maybe there's somebody else I haven't thought of. They're trying to punch the ball out, but it's not easy if the person sees that you're punching it, because they can hold it even more firmly. Wieland passes over to the right side. He's got a teammate in the front, but Nuhis gets it away.
Well, maybe there's a chance to get out, yeah. Okay, there was... Now we need some more Molde players for the
Christian
good
Schäfer,
counter-attack.
They managed to hold on. Geir Magnestrand picks up the Christian Schäfer pass through the hands of Nuhus, and now up to the surface. And Herman Uland Hansen took it further. Geir Magnestrand. They're working together as a team. They've got the ball across the pool.
Which was a lot of hard work for them.
Yeah.
But now they are there. Let's see if they can keep it there for a while.
Schäfer pass. They go to the side, and then down to the closer to the goal, and then above the goal. What percentage of players on a good team are ready to go for the goal in an instant? Just doesn't matter how many people are there, they're going hard. It's not the role of every player.
No, but it's very different for the teams. I think usually you have 2 or 3 top scorers, but and then it's depending. It's of course good the more
Aggressive players
yes,
you have.
the better it is. But it's not there's not a general rule.
No.
Okay, Tudserne managed to get the ball now, and they have a lot of space there. They can just do whatever they want, but they're also not attacking right now.
It's important for Tudserne to get a goal, because it would be terrible for the clock to tick on and then for Molde to somehow to score on a fast break or something like that, and then the whole game could turn out wrong for Tudserne.
Yeah.
Wow, what a juggling act that was. It's very frustrating as a player to have the ball on your hands and then to feel it spin around and you don't get it, and then there it is again, and then so Molde has the ball over in the corner again, and
They're doing much better now in the
Nuhus is
second
diving
half.
down, yes.
Here. And we can see that Tudserne players, they're really exhausted when they come out of the water. So maybe it's a chance for Molde now.
So with just 9 players, that means that the Molde players go out of the water 1/3 of 1/3 of the time that they would have, approximately.
Okay, we
To
have a
rush.
counter attack
Yeah.
now.
2 players,
No, only
1 on 2.
they stopped it now.
The players at this level, they move their heads a lot to look and see if there are any threats. And the club players maybe are not looking as much.
Well, you have to be. Oh, now that's
No.
a good chance now.
And you just push it away.
It's also that was also a very typical Molde play. Like he doesn't try to keep it. He was just pushing it out, hoping for a teammate
Yes.
to bring it out of the danger zone there.
Christian Schaefer couldn't hold on to that one.
Okay.
But
Well-
Molde knew his swimming.
They have to work really physically very hard now at the moment. But they are gaining.
Good play.
Yeah.
Hegdahl took it up to the corner. He's looking, dumped it down
So this is what we expect
to
how
Marston.
Molde would play.
Yeah. No, they're getting close to the goal.
Now maybe a good. There would have been a good chance. There was one waiting there. He couldn't keep the ball.
No, it's a street. He comes over, seeking position beneath the back, over to the right side.
There's a very stable defense now in Molde. They are doing a very good job there.
And the back lying this way, he's looking out but keeping his feet in the center. Does that make he's not trying to put his feet to the side that they're coming from?
Well, I guess he will turn as soon as they're getting closer.
If they get closer.
But at the moment, I mean, when they're this far away now, they are still. You try to keep the best view on the game, to
To be
able
neutral,
to react.
to have, yeah.
Yeah. So now we are waiting for the Tudserne to start their attack. The moment they are.
Well, if Molde only loses by 1-0, that's not a bad result, really. I said that they would not crumble, and that's proven true.
Yeah.
Wieland. Someone told me that his new nickname is the Tall Kid, so that's Wieland, Andreas Wieland. I was talking with Dennis Paul from Bamberg.
No, he's not. He's not from Bamberg.
No, he's not
Dennis.
from Bamberg.
He's
Where?
from Duisburg.
Duisburg, that's right. Anyway, he was saying that he wanted at one time to play in Euroleague, but it was forbidden by the. Oh, now it's a close.
There was something. What is it?
The buzzer is going. I didn't see a score.
No, there wasn't a score
Pushing?
on the basket.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Free throw, blue, pushing.
so Dennis Paul wanted to one time to play in the Euroleague. He was going to play for Vienna, but it was forbidden by the he and one other player.
Okay.
But today that's not true anymore.
Timeout,
Anybody
blue.
can play. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a. Now we have a timeout there.
Yeah.
For
Timeout.
Molde.
Timeout by Molde.
There's always a discussion about
Habt ihr
teams that are
Lass
mixed up
mal
with
bis
different
hier
players.
50 ist.
And well, it's I can understand both sides because the optimum would of course to have the clubs playing with just their own players,
Yes.
but not every club is as lucky as some of the very strong ones, and it's a very good opportunity for players to gain experience in the Euroleague. It's hard to get experience on this high level somewhere else when you're not playing in the international or in the national teams. So I'm really not sure which.
What to say about that?
Yeah. I do understand.
You play because
both
you
sides.
you like to play, so it's not a need for experience. You just enjoy yourself.
Well, there's a need for experience all the time.
Yes. To stay fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's of course it's for fun. It's
Yeah.
the main reason. Okay, now we'll continue. We have a
They're
free
going to
throw
start,
for
yes.
Molde.
They dive.
So he's heading for the. Oh, there's a guy waiting. Well, there would have been a lucky pass. This one. Oh,
Oh, yeah, no goalie, and Molde had the ball, but no, it's not going to be that easy for him. And here's Wieland, and
now we have
Free throw, white,
a
holding.
Tudserne.
holding
Free
called
throw,
against
yeah.
against Molde. Holding is really the right thing to do in certain situations, isn't it? You stop the play.
Well, technically,
Yeah.
it's might be a very good thing in the situation.
Yeah. We won't say that it's unethical or anything like that. It's tactical.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
tactical foul, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, it boxed away. Oh, that was
was a nice
Molde.
one.
Molde. That was.
That was a really nice pass. Now let's see if he can continue.
That was Matthias Barsten, I think. They've lost the initial speed that they had, but still, it's disturbed.
So 4.5 minutes left here in the game.
Well, Tudserne needs to win, and they don't need another goal if they can hold on to the ball easily. But it's too early yet to play like that. Maybe
It's too early.
it's too early.
So too.
At what time? 2 minutes left. Then they begin to.
Yeah, there we have we see a lot of ball losses now in this part of the game.
Three minutes and 10 seconds approximately left in the game. Tudserne have a 1-0. Oh, they've
Now
got
there's a good
isolated,
chance. There's
yep.
a very good chance now. That was close. The position was not perfect for scoring, but there were two wide plays and just the goalie.
They were trying to push it in by his
torso.
On the side, yeah.
Yes.
But that's really hard because on the other side there's the wall and it's hard to push the goalie against the wall. He will get more stable there.
Yes. It's easier to push between the neck and the shoulder.
Yeah, on the back side.
But it's Molde that are threatening now. Hagdahl goes up. Two minutes, 10 seconds approximately left in this match. Tudserne look likely to win 1-0, but Molde's actually got the ball around Tudsjerne's goal right now, so there is time left. It's possible to score.
Oh, he lost
mask,
the mask.
yeah.
Didn't look like a foul.
You know, but in any case, that was
Very unlucky in this situation.
yes.
They were pressing.
Was it Nuhus or?
I think it was.
Yeah, they need him in the water.
Well, now they will try to keep the ball for the rest of the time.
Halt. What's the call?
Well, it's
Free throw, blue. Free throw, blue.
okay. That might
Attack
be
on
one
the
of
head,
the
yeah.
last chances for
Attack
Molde.
against
Yeah.
the head.
Well, 1 minute remains in the game. The sea is boiling here. But a little over half a minute remains in this match.
I guess they will lock up the ball now, or try to lock it up.
No, Molde break free. 23 seconds showing on the clock, but it's Tudserne who have the ball.
Okay, 10 seconds left. No, the last attack now.
There.
Yeah.
So
They are very happy, huh?
yeah. Well, it's not easy to beat Molde, even the Molde that's so
No.
weak. 9 players and they held out 1-0 for a whole match.
Yeah.
Impressive.
It was good, and I expected them Tudserne to be more
To score more.
dominant.
Yes.
Yeah, but Molde did well here, but they had even some small chances. So
Yep.
I think they are probably happy with the game too.
I think
I
so.
would assume.
If they had just had either Bjørnedem or Boarding a Petson, that could even have they could have won.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Interesting. So who would you choose to interview here from this game? What would be interesting for you to listen to? That's what I'm gonna.
Well, I don't really know. I don't know the guys so well.
No.
So you're probably have a better experience there.
Well, should I interview somebody from the winning or the losing team?
Well, it's probably more interesting to talk to the Tudserne guys,
Yes.
because it's I would Molde's probably they will say that they have a not so strong team and they are happy with
Yes.
what they did. So
I'll get someone from Tudserne.
yeah.
I guess I'll get the captain. But Valentin, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks
Enjoyed
for
it.
It's a pleasure being here.
Yes. And benefit to all of our viewers out there who